chose to work in Capture Pro because it has a greater bit depth. That means that when you're working with the colours, they don't degenerate because you're processing them at a higher bit rate. In Photoshop, you're working at 8-bit, which is you're working with about 1,000 to 2,000 colours, whereas in Capture Pro you're working at 24-bit, which is 64 million colours. So it means that all of the corrections that you make to your photos look way better. When you're working in Photoshop and you try and increase the brightness in a darker area, the image you tend to find becomes grainy. However, if you do this in Capture Pro, you've got more colours to work with, so you're able to lift more colour out and brighten the image without it becoming grainy. Currently in the video I'm adding masks to Polly's face, which is highlighting certain areas of the image so that you can play about with those colours without affecting the other areas. So I've softened her skin tone and I'm brightening her eyes so that her eyes stand out and appear more sharp. Not only does this make the model look even more beautiful, but it gives your photo a more dynamic and striking appearance. Here you can see that I'm playing about this with the styles that they have in Capture Pro, and although I do like them, I tend not to put them on my image because it means I have more alleviation to go on and edit them further in Photoshop later on. You shook me like I've never been. Now show me how to live again. It used to be a blessing, but fever's got me. The tool that I'm using on Polly here just gets rid of any tiny imperfections in the skin that may be distracting to the image or that you just generally don't want. So that's my finished image of Polly, and I'm quite happy with that, so I'll move on to my next picture of Gabby now, for my contents page. So this image is a lot darker, and it's got a lot more red hues in it. So at the moment I'm just playing about with the white balance tool to find the correct tones that I want in the picture. In here again, I'm just getting rid of any tiny errors that I don't want in the picture and softening her skin tone so she has this dreamy appearance, like she's gazing off into her dreams and fantasies. Now that I've cooled the image down, I'm going to put a mask on Gabby's hair so that I can bring out the red hues in it and give the image a bit more flair and visual intensity, just to add more contrast and make the image a bit more interesting to look at. And again, I'm putting another mask on the record so that I can increase the contrast and then make them a bit darker and make them stand out more against the floor. I'm also going to make another mask on the centre of the records to bring out the colour in them by increasing the saturation. And finally, I'm just going to straighten out the image so that Gabby's going to be lying in parallel with the contents bar. This will just make the image a bit more neat, make the contents page a bit more neat, and add nice geometrical lines to the layout. So yeah, that's my final image of Gabby, all edited. Thanks for watching.